So welcome to the Harmony and Rhythm Skills for Life as we pull all of the skills together tonight. I am Nancy Donahoo, your most excellent facilitator. And if you'd bring up the whiteboard, there it is. So we look at thought, which is the center of everything. Nothing's created without having a thought about it, some creative spark. And then when we add our experience or perception to it, it becomes more than energy. Well, it's the holding my camera. It's not okay. Um, Let me get. All right, is that better? I've got to
No,
hold it. Or sorry
that's
about that.
better.
Okay, put it on a table. Um, so as we look at our skills, it's interesting how you could, well, the choice and with your choice and accountability for the fact that I can always choose again and becoming accountable for my actions. Uh, Cause and effect, the energy you send out is multiplied, and for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you're sending energy forward, it kind of hits a wall like no sound. It'll hit the wall and go back the other direction. Um, Abundance and gratitude uh, is one of my favorite of the principles because it helps. Gratitude turns the negative and turns it around to attract the positive, which is what I want. So, and it's coming back in abundance, which again is what I want, and we all want. Um, the health and healing plays into, well, one, it's essential for creating balance on all levels of our being, but it's learning to listen to your body, and we'll see that principle with pain, pay attention inside now, that I'll get to in a moment. And then our harmony and rhythm tonight, which following your own intuition and your own rhythm, there's a harmonic flow, and we'll see this in several different ways. So the health and healing with listening to your body, and as we look over, they have the universal 2x4. It can keep showing up and you might feel it. And if you're still not getting the message, it will be a little louder and it will finally become a Mack truck, run over you. Um, the pay attention inside now, pain in our body just telling us to focus. Um, when we're doing the cancel that, which like choice, if I speak and it's not positive, I can do cancel that and it just vaporizes, and I can then choose what I'd rather be getting. I've also learned this week, it's like when I've um, got somebody very negative, um, I don't want to cancel the person, but I can wrap them in the gift of ultraviolet light and send them out, um, send them out, and then call back to me. My 100% of my energy is wrapped in ultraviolet light, the gift of ultraviolet light, and bring it back to assist me to stay in this harmony and rhythm. And we always have a community through HHF. Help, my hair's on fire. Don't have to give the circumstances. It's just I need energy on this, and it is given. You just send a text to HHF to Linnell. Let me, I thought it would be neat when you think of your hand, if you grip a book or even grip a pencil, if you think of, let's step back, your thumb as being thought and perception, because it's kind of hard to grip anything and hold it. This is having to do with harmony and rhythm, just thinking of the power of your fingers and the power of the different uh, principles. So thought, perception, and if I stick it with, there's writing on my fingers, which happens to be choice and accountability for my index finger. So just two fingers, I can get a pretty good hold on a pen and hang on to it just with thought and perception and making some good choices and accountability. But if I add in there cause and effect, so now I got three fingers holding it, I've got a pretty good grasp. Put in the abundance and gratitude. Oh man, the health and healing, that's more of being handled in with pain. So then I come back to harmony and put my harmony and rhythm in it, and it's going to be very difficult to pull it. So when you think about if I only had harmony and rhythm and only had thought and perception, I could hold it, but if you try your pens, it's not, it's pretty weak with just a pinky and a thumb, which is harmony and rhythm and thought. But when you put all of it together, it's strong. And and just like the strength in the fingers, it's strong. So that's just, anyway, a neat idea.
Excellent
It
Different.
metaphor.
worked. You just wanted
Okay.
to write on your fingers. I know how you are.
Pull up the slideshow. So we'll look at what Julia Fairchild has put together. So the skills for life, the second half of our rapid eye model. And the principle of harmony and rhythm. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Okay. So this movie is really cool, showing especially vibrations, how we live in a world of vibrations that you can see, the harmony and rhythm of the universe. Go ahead. So after a commercial break.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA insurance.
The film you're about to see has no characters. If you spare a little of your imagination, it is a film to describe to you the effect of cymatic frequencies on matter. Everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound.
cool.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so welcome back. So it was demonstrating sound and all the movements that matter make around sound. The planets, the cosmos has sound. They actually, radio waves are sound, and they can use them in the universe. Even looking at a dark hole, uh, there's radio waves emitted from a dark hole, which I thought it was nothingness, but there's something in there. Sound in everything. So this slide is talking about Emoto's work. The book, I think, is Miracle in Water, but he found a way of doing water crystals and being able to just freeze them, and they make the pretty crystalline structures that you're seeing. But the very first one, which is, I can't see the bottom of the screen, but when it's positive, it was pretty crystals. They have one where he put underneath the water, "I'll kill you," and you kind of see a figure with a gun.
Oh,
Um, Mother Teresa, it was something pretty. So putting our water on top of positive words, writing positive words on our water bottle, has an actual influence on the water. Next slide. Oh, is there a movie in that?
yes. Do you want me to play it?
Yes. Let's see what. See the gun?
Wow.
So we move to the next slide there.
Move on to the next slide. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. That was pretty cool. I could watch
That's
that all
amazing.
night, man.
It was so cool. The gratitude one was so simple yet, yeah, cool.
Pretty.
Absolutely. So we've seen little, as we saw illustrated with sound vibrations, and here is your coming into the top of your head, the sound vibrations, and by thought vibrations creating patterns like in the water and ice. Our thoughts are also vibratory force that attract and repel. Next. I always like this one. Uh,
Circum around stance.
Circumstance, right. It's around the stand. Circumstances are the conditions, and I can't read the very bottom. But
Change the thoughts at the center of the energy field, and we change the conditions that stand around us.
I really feel that right now. That virus is true.
Yeah, it's pretty.
much like putting a positive word underneath the water, you're changing the circumstance around the middle. But okay, next. There is a basic rhythm to all creation, including us. If anybody can read the last line.
As we can hear the sound of electricity along the telephone wires, we can also hear a resonant hum within our own being. If we can be quiet enough to listen, it can be heard in the right ear. That's cool.
I
If
notice that a lot, like if I wake up in the afternoon from a nap and it's really quiet.
Mhm.
And sometimes, you can hear like there's a difference in the frequency, just kind of a
I love it too when you can barely hear like the bees humming. I guess we have a lot of bees around the house, and you can barely hear it, but
Mhm.
it sounds like music.
Huh.
Next slide. It is musical. Meditation and visualization improve our ability to hear, feel, and become more sensitive to our inner self and the world around us.
Those
Working,
eyes, those eyes were freaky.
Yeah.
but the point of what we're doing to health and healing, what we're doing to improve, to enrich ourselves with the meditation and our visualization, because what you see is what you get. So improving. Yeah, it
Amen.
is freaky. Next. Music is a betrayal, a portrayal of the harmony and rhythm of the entire universe. While music is mathematical, it is also emotionally powerful. I think that says. Next. So likewise, though not visible to us except in though not visible to us except as in how our lives show up, the laws of the universe are dependable as math, and we can count on them to serve us and obey. You can count on them to show up, like the sun's going to rise and it's going to set. The yin and the yang. Yes. Two clocks or a dozen ticking in the same room will come to tick in unison. That's just freaky. And all at the same beat. Likewise, if you listen to the two clocks and the sound of your own heartbeat, you'll find that they'll beat together as well. I could see my heart changing. That just next.
Staying together
And
and other activities that bring breath into coherent unison is also proven to synchronize heartbeats as one.
Wow, that would be really cool if you had like a murmur or a heart that wasn't as positive, and then you were singing in a choir with all these healthy hearts around you to entrain to. Don't you think that would be therapeutic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a really quick story. When I was in high school choir, we went to a state performance, and the conductor there was telling the whole choir that the song that we were about to sing healed his wife from cancer, and that they could directly correlate it with that. And it's something I have never forgotten, because when we finished our performance, he was pretty emotional, you can imagine. So, I mean, that's just a tiny little bit of relevance to the power of unity.
What was the
the
song?
The song, it kind of had a rudimentary name, the title at least. It was, I think this title of the song was "Let Music Live," and I forget who the writer was, but or the author of the song. Sorry.
It was in The Sound of Music. Is that what you said?
No. The piece was written by somebody who I can't remember the name of. I just know that the title of the song is "Let Music Live."
Let music what? Play?
Let music live.
Let music live. Okay.
And to it, you get the unison of all together. Baroque music can enhance memorization because it beats to the rhythm of the heart of the and the earth as it matches the beat of the ticking of the clock's ticking. Cool.
So beautiful.
What a sight. And next. So to increase our harmony and rhythm, we can increase our understanding of the information we receive from our senses, our intuition, and our awareness of energy. We can be more awake.
Lorena raised her hand.
Did you want to share a lot, Lorena?
You need to unmute yourself.
There, I found the unmute. I just looked up this song, and I wanted to play it for Tyler and see if this is it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what we'll have to do is I have to have you share the song, or can you play on your, okay, never mind.
Perfect.
Is that it, Tyler? Could you hear that?
No.
Is it playing right now?
No, I turned it off.
Try again.
I just typed in "Let the Music Live" and it's arranged by Greg Gilpin. And it's for soprano, alto, bass, and tenor.
That sounds about like what it would be. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't hear it if I play it for you.
You can
Through
try
my
again.
phone. Does my phone block it out?
No, it's a matter of Zoom. You have to click on the share folder and then activate the
Oh.
sound.
Okay, well, you can look it up as easy as I can.
Sure,
I would
sure.
just
Yeah.
look it up yourself. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
So the next one. talking about harmony and our principles. When we're in harmony with our principles, we draw upon the powers of nature or heaven. We are aware that all is in harmony and all things work together for our good. But just like I started with talking about, like using the pen and how thought and perception was your thumb and the index finger could be choice and accountability, that you had pretty good strength, but as you keep adding principles, you get stronger and stronger. And the motions here, as they're looking at thought, effect, accountability, our gratitude, healing, and till we get down to the harmony and rhythm.
Thank you for taking off that gray thing.
Was there a great thing? Okay.
Yeah, there's a gray thing blocking up there. Take her off. Thank you.
Okay.
So consider the difference between a reaction and a response. And when I think of this in bringing harmony, when you look at its progress, I'm making progress, not perfection. For me, reaction and response is like doing the immediately you didn't mean to say it, but bam, it came right out of your mouth. Bam, 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 bam. And you begin to slow it down to where you can think think about it, but it still comes out. And then you finally get to where you can just, there's a space, 1, 2, before it hits. So you begin to slow it down, which is progress. So reaction versus response. Go ahead. Great picture to go when someone gets triggered.
Someone gets shot. How do you stop a bullet?
Next. So between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom, which, like the example I had given, and to be grateful and give yourself credit for progress. It's not always about perfection, but I'm making progress. So one helpful exercise might be to wait, take a breath, and ask, why am I talking? Which is, wait. Why am I talking? Wait. Yep.
Excellent.
So just take a breath. It's like, and the next. When we react, we're giving our power away. Okay.
When we respond,
And
we are
when we
controlling
respond,
ourselves.
any response on that one? It's pretty cool.
When I'm in front of a class and they're fourth graders or kindergartners and they're all jumping around or they're getting a little bit excited, it really does help to respond in a calm and a measured manner. They tend to listen more carefully when I'm talking slower and quieter than they do if I jump to a higher tone or alarm. Something I've learned recently.
Thank you for sharing that. That's cool.
Next.
Misty, who I met up at the Institute this past week, when she's in the classes, she will get down to a whisper and they'll really pay attention. Draw them in. Okay.
Draw them in.
Next. Reacting to mirror anger, confusion, anxiety, or fear in another form. Let's see. And another fear, and another encourages them to believe they are presenting the truth.
So
I just
true.
want to. It's like you're going to hear me if I talk louder.
Yeah.
I have that habit. That's DNA in my
Well,
family.
it's like in the middle of the night, if you're asleep and somebody, is going, ah, they're screaming and getting upset, or they see something like, oh, I see this ghost, or I see somebody's in the room. And if I react by saying, everything is fine, I don't see anything, I think we're okay. And then it helps them calm down. But if I also reacted in that similar way, it just heightens that fear and anxiety.
All right. Yes, I hear you there.
Thanks for sharing that.
Here's another response to disregard the illusion. Control is only an illusion, so disregard the illusion and remember the others as perfect and joyful. To look at people the way perfect and expecting, putting forth your best picture of them. And the other side is, or better to see as perfect in his innocence, much like view a child having a tantrum. The more we come to love ourselves, the more we're able to remain centered. And there's a few more words. Centered
And compassion for
in
others.
compassion for others. Yeah.
Wonderful. I've rarely seen that, someone able to do that. And it's amazing when you do see it in ourselves or others. It's
Okay, talking about children. When a child takes an unreasonable stance, we hopefully are able to see beyond the moment, keep our cool, and seek to discover and meet the need of the child, no matter how badly they're acting or reacting to the circumstances around them. We take their inherent worth for granted. To me, that's saying when you're reacting to it, it's like they have worth to trying to turn it around, keep your cool.
I appreciate if I'm acting badly, that someone is patient with me. So I think that's what I remember. It comes up about somebody doing that. I still remember it. How when it's over, I'm so grateful the way they treated me, despite I was being unreasonable.
In fact, we are all children who can misbehave from time to time.
I love
Have
the
you ever felt
laptop.
like this?
I love the laptop image.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As we have compassion for these lapses in ourselves and one another, we can contribute to greater and what's it? Greater and greater peace and harmony amongst us. Remember to breathe.
Amen.
And just going, you can stay right there, but just thinking about breathing, box breathing, which can bring, just think of a box and just think of breathing in for 4 and then breathing out for 4 and then breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. Just picture a box while you're doing it, and you find yourself calming down without the paper bag. So this ability to draw conditions to ourselves has tremendous practical implications. It means we can use our thoughts to create the life we want. It means we really can change for the better. It means that things no longer have power over us, for we realize that they uh, are simply manifestations of our own thoughts, thought forms reacting to signals we project. And bump it ahead. Okay, so we've been talking about changing our thoughts, then the principle to possibly best express in the magic of music, besides harmony, rhythm, and melody, the best music contains the frequency of love, and this is more than just a lovely sentiment, it is science. Next. So the 528 hertz frequency is the most significant of ancient, I'll butcher it, of frequencies. You can look it up. Known as the love frequency, it has deep-rooted relationship with nature, and it presents in everything from chlorophyll to human DNA. It also has mathematical significance and proven healing potential. Perhaps the most famous song composed in this 528 hertz is John Lennon's Imagine. Leave it to John Lennon to write a song in love frequency. Okay. So when the music contains this element, it performs miracles. It sets into motion natural forces that begin a tumbler-like action, the turning of the tides for the lives of people. Research into science and sound or vibration helps understand that creating music requires interaction between right and left brain, transcending the mind and going directly to the heart. So staying right here a minute, is there anyone who's used like the frequency of sound bowls for healing?
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do any of you do solfeggio reference tuning on any instruments you play? And that might be kind of a cool thing to observe. I actually tuned my guitar to solfeggio reference tuning, and I can tell the difference when I play it versus when it's in the standard. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Cool. Like guitar?
Yep.
Have to think about that. Uh, Tanya, you had sound bowls?
Yeah, I have Tibetan bowls and took classes on them and how to use that frequency to move energy through the body. And I love it. It works great. I always have some kind of result from it. So,
Is it a physical result? Is it more of a mental? Is it more of kind of feeling like you're um, getting toxins out?
I think it works on every level. I think it really does. It affects everything around us, the sound and the vibration. I've mainly used it on the body, especially where you have pain, you have blockage, and it's an electric current, those meridians through the body, and it does help break up those blockages. And I can feel it with someone on my table, if I'm doing Reiki or I'm working with one of the bowls, and you can feel and you can hear it with the bowl too, because at first it will vibrate, but the more you use it, it'll start to hum, and you can break up that energy, and then slowly you'll start to hear it ring clear, and you can just feel that energy is flowing through that area better.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Advance it by 2 slides. Well, yeah. So what does order have to do with it? To create is to organize that which is unorganized. Chaos is necessary. Can you believe it? Chaos has a purpose. It is necessary to the process of creation, and without organization, all remains in chaos, and creation fizzles. I mean, when when I start to clean the garage, it seems like it gets worse before it gets better as I get
That's true. It seems like there's a moment where it gets worse before it gets better.
Sometimes you got to make a mess before you clean one up.
That's me cooking. Yep.
Oh, well said.
Well, I'm coming over to your house.
All right, next slide. It's a great picture, though. So another form of sacred sound, well known to raise the vibratory experience of all who practice it, is mantra. Both Hebrew and I'm reading this in like size 4 type. Can somebody read it better?
Both Hebrew and Sanskrit languages are vibratory in nature and not linguistic. In other words, the seed sounds of Sanskrit vibrate the frequency of the concept. Like for example, healing, abundance, love, etc., as opposed to spelling it out in symbols of the alphabet.
Music, sound. Next. So you are part of the universe, no less than the stars and the trees. You have a right to be here, and whether it is clear to you or not, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. There's also a song on Desperata
Desiderata.
from the 70s. Anyway, okay, next. So as part of the cosmic universe, our lives are governed by universal laws. and principles, and we need to keep a balance, as does all nature. Need to take, I'm going to rephrase that. Do we take time to grow, time to heal? Our lives will always move in cycles. We need time to rest and recuperate, and do all living things. And next, just talking about balance, maybe thinking about balance. Keeping a balance in life on every level begins with waking up, learning to choose thoughts, words skillfully, learning how to respond rather than to react, and to keep the bigger picture in sight. It's quite a balancing act there. But thinking about it, Dawn, is there anything you do for balance? Or
Yoga.
say
Yeah,
what?
just go into yoga. I tell you what, and you were talking about the box breathing earlier, and they'll do breath work, just various types of things, and just getting in and stretching and moving, and I cannot sing yoga's praises enough.
Eileen, is there something you do to bring balance into your life?
Listening to music does amazing things for me.
Thank you. Good to hear from you, Eileen.
Good to be here.
Great to hear from you too.
So, Chad, what
Thank
do you
you.
do?
What do I do?
Yes.
I like to go out. I've been doing it for many years. Good friend of the community, old Shay, talk to me. You go out and put yourself in the ground. Ground yourself. No shoes, no communication. Leave all your cell phone, your electronic devices inside, and go out and try to ground yourself for 90 minutes for 90 days. I've never been able to complete it successfully. However, I've been doing it on and off for many years.
So whether you make it
What's that? Go ahead.
So whether you make it 90 days or just getting started,
Hey,
it has been good for you.
well, I think it's a great, it grounds yourself and it helps bring you closer to your inner self where you could go on to achieve whatever you need to.
And who else?
I'm here.
Margie.
I've only
What?
been here for part of the time because I have had a rough day and my blood pressure went over 200.
Oh.
And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I would take my medicine and it wouldn't bring it down. And what happens to me on my body, I don't know why, but I am sensitive to other people's energies. And I can be around someone that's having problems and I pick up their problems. And I can feel my children that are miles away from me and what they're dealing with and their stresses. And I wish I was different. I wish I could do without this. But I wish I could figure out how to solve it. But normally what I was going to say is if I sing, it makes me feel balanced. And I feel like I'm on a different level. And I used to be a dance teacher And when I would dance, I would feel so balanced. My life was moving, my body made me change everything how I felt. I felt like a new person. But as I'm getting older, don't get the opportunity to dance as much. And I do sing, but not as much as I want to. But when I'm having a day like today, like I couldn't even remember what I was doing. I couldn't even remember I had this class. And I would like to figure out how to solve that problem. But maybe you can help me with it.
Maybe somebody after when we close can make a suggestion. And go ahead. We've got from our most excellent songwriter a new health and healing song. And then when we're done, we'll turn off the recording, Margie, and you can we can talk a little bit as a group.
Okay.
So bring on health and healing song.
Okay. Was it harmony and rhythm, right? So there.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Got it. A little bit.
Harmony and rhythm. Ebony and ivory.
Heaviness was heavy for so long, and lightness doesn't make the other wrong. All is experience after all, and in between stability will come. Finding ourselves wanting to restore balance to what we had before, not for what we stretch our hands out for, making more be less and less. Sometimes be more. We're not looking for extremes. We're after what brings peace. All that fits right in harmony and rhythm. Opposites tug at our sleeves. What will we choose to wear? Is it time for release, or is it learning we will bear? Will pace take a hold and then begin to flow? Will synchronicity be part of the role? Steadiness displays examples through our days, and what we want will show us about far away. That it's the middle of it all that we'll soon take. We're not looking for extremes. We're after what brings peace. All that fits right in harmony and rhythm. We're not looking for extremes. We're after what brings peace. All that fits right in harmony and rhythm. No envy of ability. A branch lets a bird land. Neither bird wanting to be tree. No jealousy can stand. Can we see ourselves in the same seat? Unmoving yet moving with the beat. Not altering about us anything, and happily be in the symphony. We're not looking for extremes. We're after what brings peace. All that fits right in harmony and rhythm. Total fluidity, shifting
you.
That was awesome.
Bye, and stop the recording. Thank you.